Awesome. We're back. Finally, with Fantastic Four. This is a movie that we have been waiting for a long time to do. And I don't know if you've seen my shirt today. I'm wearing a
Oh,
Dallas
I
Cowboy
haven't.
jersey. Okay? Because to me, the Dallas
Oh,
Cowboys,
with a four on
that's
it.
right, because the Dallas Cowboys to me is fantastic. So this is the Fantastic Four outfit that I decided to put on today. Look at me.
Oh
Look.
God.
Cowboys number
Oh
four.
God.
Yeah. I didn't even know how I was going to
I
dress
wore.
today. What is that you got there?
No,
Black
I didn't
Sabbath.
get that. Oh, it's
that's
that's Tony. Yeah, Tony
that's from
Stark, baby.
Tony Stark. One of my friends on Facebook,
I know Tony Stark's not in this movie.
one of my friends on Facebook, he wore it that Bruce Lee DJing shirt, the grade one, and he put like hey, I
Oh
saw
yeah, I
this,
seen it.
I had to get this shirt, and like bonus points to anyone who can tell me what movie this came from. Immediately I put like, dude, that came from Iron Man 2 because I wanted the same shirt.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, so the first thing I want to talk about on Fantastic Four, right? This came back out in, this came out in 2005. It was a commercial success, even though a lot of people, but not a lot of people, like the reviews were negative, right? It was like 80 something million to 100 million
Yeah.
budget, but it made like 333 million, so it made three times the amount that they spent the money on. And to me, I
So
thought this
so
was a
did you
good
see
movie.
this at the theater?
I did not see this at the theater. At least I don't remember I did.
Oh, I saw. Oh, I saw this at the theater, man.
And you liked it, right?
Waiting in line to see this movie.
Oh.
I liked it. And let's put it this way: I liked it then. I don't like it near as much, but I don't think it's not a bad movie. It's just not. There's not much movie to it. There's
Oh,
not much going on in it.
good. Explain. Like, what do you mean? Like, there's not much
It's real
movie to it.
simple. It's a real simple story. They
Yep.
never okay because we've had a lot of Marvel movies since now. Okay,
Yes.
you got more movie because back then you didn't have much to compare it to. I mean, even Daredevil back then was Ben Affleck was good because you didn't have much to compare it against unless you want to compare it against a lot of the bad, horrible
Marvel, like the.
superhero movies we had, and
Huh?
plus the video game and horrible video game movies we had properties. Because I mean, Spider-Man come out, it was good. Batman was good. Superman was good. But I mean, there was a lot of stinkers. I mean, was
You
it
know
Dolph
what?
Lundgren's Punisher?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like an opposite effect from now to when they first started, right? When you mentioned Superman and Batman, and then there's the Punisher, there's the Captain
Yeah.
America, and they both
Well,
suck compared to
there's
Batman and
there's a
Superman.
lot of movies exactly, and there's a lot of the movies aren't as good. A lot of superhero movies aren't as good as the Marvel MCU now.
Right.
You know, when you look back, well, at the time we got it, we're happy we got the movie. Like when I went to go see Fantastic Four, I was like, it was good. I was happy to go see the Fantastic Four movie though.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, actually, me too.
and but I know I let me put it this way though. Okay, the thing is the reversal. Here's a reversal on what I like about it though,
Okay.
in a way, because when I first watched it, I thought, oh, I'm happy with most of the characters. I wasn't a real big fan of Johnny Storm though. You know,
Johnny Storm or the actor playing Johnny Storm or the Human Torch character in the
the
movie.
actor played Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Mr. Captain America.
Yes.
But after watching it the second time around, I realized his acting is actually he's actually probably the better actor in this movie.
Chris Evans is the better actor in this movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Oh.
Chris Evans is the better actor in this movie now. He does actually a pretty good Johnny Storm because Johnny Storm's a wisecracking stuff. But like the first time I watched it, I didn't think too much of it. But I guess it's because you've seen him as Captain America and his acting as Captain America. And then you see him as
Yes.
Johnny Storm. To me, they're two guys that look the same but very different personality.
Ooh, that's very true. I'm so glad you pointed that out. You're right. Like
Yeah,
after
very.
watching Captain America, right? Like the seriousness of the, what Caps represents. Then we go back to this movie. His range is a lot better than we thought because all we saw before was his shoes all that, right? What Chris Evans did before this. He wasn't that big of a name
Oh, he
before
did
his Captain America,
not
right?
another team, not another teen movie.
Which is the same thing, isn't it? Like the same character he played
Yeah.
from. Is this shoes all that?
No, not
Oh, not
another
another
teen. He
teen
probably
movie.
was, but
Oh,
not
you're right.
another teen
Not
movie.
another teen movie. Okay.
And he almost didn't remember. I almost didn't even remember him.
He did the perfect score, but I don't think I think I seen that
Uh,
after it released on like home movie. Wow.
but yeah, I saw this theater. I remember walking out. Saw it with one of my friends. I thought it was pretty good. I think what hurts this movie is when you see the second one.
Well, let's not talk about the second one yet, but eventually we'll
Well,
get
we're
to that.
not, but I'm just saying, eventually, but I mean, it does actually add up, and you're like, oh. But this movie was a pretty simple. It was. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a bad movie, but it wasn't. All the other Marvel movies, they have more depth to them, more
Yeah,
depth
this
to the
I
characters.
agree.
This one is like this one seems like the movie was in a hurry to get done. It was
Oh,
like,
it feels
let's
like
hurry
an
up,
'80s
give them their
movie.
powers,
Yeah, it feels like a '90s movie.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. It's
2005 in
kind of
the
like the
'80s.
80s.
Like this is just one point bringing us to the other,
Because I feel
and then
like,
that was it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth sitting down and set. I mean, if you like superheroes, you can sit down and watch this. You'll be okay with it.
Okay.
But I mean, if you're going to compare it to the MCU, this is not a good movie.
So I'm so glad you said that because the MCU haven't touched on the Fantastic Four yet. So we still got a ways to find out. You know, at this time of this video release,
Well,
right? We
it's
also
so far the MCU's only touched is only, yeah. I'm sorry that they have only shown us one character from an alternate reality or parallel
right.
universe from Fantastic Four.
Yeah. So
So
far.
we've only seen one so far in the MCU. So we know there is Fantastic Four exists in the MCU.
Yes, just not. We haven't got to that point.
We
However,
just don't know
when
exactly. We just don't know how they live or exist right now in
in
the
our
Prime
time. Yeah,
universe that we've always seen.
that we see. Yeah, the
So
616. I want to say.
yeah,
So I don't know what universe this is
yeah.
right now because
I'm going to go with that. I
yeah,
don't
we're gonna
remember
go
what
with that.
universe.
So because what I wanted to say is like so we about to this is gonna be released at the time where like everybody's talking about Deadpool 3, right? Deadpool versus Wolverine. And the joke right now,
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen the recent press, right? They release a lot of photos, which makes me think like, okay, if they're willing to release this, whatever we're not gonna see right now, right, is probably gonna be huge. Because the joke is they're playing off from the comic books, right? Of Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. But
the
I think right now,
universe.
yeah, universe, Marvel universe. So the movie, with everybody's thinking like, I think Kevin Feige is gonna hit on Deadpool kills the Fox Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is this is distributed by Fox. You know,
Okay.
I know you and I talk off screen a lot. You know, we always crap on WB, right? But then you brought a good point to me last week when you talked about, hey, you know what's really weird? No, you point. I love this, so I'm gonna repeat what you said. You said that the IP of Marvel is all over the place. Sony does some, Fox does some, Universal, Paramount, you know, whatever. And from even though some of them they're not all good, but Warner Brothers is the only IP, right? That like they hold all of the Detective Comics IP.
Yeah,
No
they hold
one
all their
else has
stuff.
anything, and somehow for the I guess cinematic one, right? They messed up a lot. Like we
Yeah,
don't know
what's the
how
deal?
that is. Yeah,
They
what is
had they
the
didn't
deal?
have exactly. That's the
Even
problem because Warner Bros. Doesn't have to get permission from anybody to do a Batman story
yeah,
or to do a Green Arrow
they
story.
did it all
They
themselves.
own all these characters, but Marvel has to get permission from Sony to do Spider-Man stories.
Yes.
They had to get permission to do Hulk stories
Yeah, I was
from
gonna say yeah, the
Universal.
Universal, yeah, and now they completely lost it because they didn't do anything. They were probably
Yeah,
smart
well,
enough to where like, hey,
good.
MCU's taking over. We seen like what they did with Sony and Spider Man. If we suddenly start to do our own Hulk thing, people is gonna hate us more, or you know whatever the thing is. But I can't like
Yeah,
can't stop thinking about what you said. Like, oh my god, Warner Brothers have all that stuff. Marvel don't even have all this stuff, and I still
yeah,
like this Fantastic Four movie to this day. And I think what you said, like in subconsciously in my mind, right after you said about that about Chris Evans, like, oh, I didn't realize it.
yeah,
Like now that you pointed it out, like you always
yeah.
do to me in
And
this show.
oh, okay, well, that's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I mean, I thought his character was pretty good after watching it. I was like, yeah, this is actually like the comic book, which I'm not a big reader of the Fantastic Four
yeah, me
comic
too.
book.
It's just whatever they
I
feature
mean,
in the other stuff
the
that I read.
yeah, the stories weren't all that good. I always remember the top of the comic book always said the greatest magazine ever or something. I forgot what it says. I think it says the greatest something. I remember reading that thinking that's a load of crap. Which, by the way, I will point this out.
So you never. Oh, look at that!
Yeah,
Wow. How long
I
have
mean
you had
they
that?
were interesting. It's just I wasn't
You wasn't one.
maybe a year. Almost had a year.
Oh, okay.
It's just a collected works of what I think nine of their first comic books.
Oh, the
This
Fantastic
is the
Four.
first cover of the original Fantastic Four,
So you never read
where they
that
fight the Mole Man.
series, right? Like a As much as the X-Men.
Here's the funny thing. I don't really I really never liked. Oh no, I was X-Men and Wolverine all the way.
Okay.
But here's the funny thing. I don't like Fantastic Four comic books. Never really collected them. But my favorite villain is Doctor Doom.
See, I was going to ask you about that. How did that come across?
Yeah, I love Doctor Doom. I think I don't know. I don't know what series. I think I've read a few stories where Doctor Doom fights other
Avengers.
teams, and I just got impressed with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he fights Avengers. I think there was a little X-Men arc, and I mean, I got a Moon Knight with a Doom appears in it, and he's not even really a villain. I have a Spider-Man with Doom as a villain. I think that actually might be my best story as a Spider-Man, which is funny because I don't really collect Spider-Man. I just have to come across a Spider-Man with Doom in it, and I love this story with him in it. And I just like him as a character in the comic books.
Well, in the comic books, he's in Secret Wars. Just like, a little bit.
Yes, he's in a lot of stuff.
He's in a lot of stuff.
Doctor Doom, he's a character that could either be an arch nemesis in one comic book series, or he could take on the whole Marvel universe.
He can. He's an Avengers level
Doctor
villain.
Doctor Doom, and that's what ticks me off about Iron Man 3 in a way. The Mandarin.
Yeah.
The Mandarin's one of those guys. That's the thing though. He can become a giant villain, and all they did is they left him as a tiny little villain and never used him really.
They didn't use him.
But that's a story for another movie.
Yeah.
They did not use him correctly because he could have been even a bigger one because he could have been a threat to the Avengers.
Yeah.
Not just Iron Man. And he's like Doom. That's the thing. Doom can get all the villains together and make an excellent team.
Ooh.
I mean, he's almost too powerful for the Fantastic Four too.
Well, Doctor Doom, right?
But the problem is this movie, and yeah, Doctor Doom. Plus, Doctor Doom was pretty cool in this movie.
Yeah, he was. I like the actor that played him. I mean, I don't know much about.
Yeah, the actor's pretty good.
I didn't even know much about the actor. That
I never really watched it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his either. I don't really know him, but I think he's like, to me, it's like one of those people that go, "Oh yeah, he's a big star. You've never seen him before, And I'm like, what did he do? Play football? That's probably why I never saw him before.
I think they meant like he's a big actor.
Come on, I knew
in England.
That's the sad. Maybe so, because see, I knew the other three actors, all the American actors.
Too. Yeah,
I knew. I didn't. Chris Evans to me wasn't big, but that the actor that played the Thing.
Yeah, Michael Chiklis.
He was in the Shield.
He was in the Shield. Well, he was also in a sitcom.
He was in the Commish.
Yeah, the Commish. He was in a sitcom.
Oh, he's in a sitcom. What sitcom was he?
I can't remember, but he played a stay-at-home dad. Let me look it up real quick, because I watched that and I'm like, that's how I know that guy from.
Wow, maybe I saw that.
Dang it! Is it
Okay,
Daddy-O?
I remember the police shows is how I know it.
Oh, I remember the police shows too.
Never heard
I
of
think
it.
it's the Daddy-O. Yeah, it's a sitcom and on NBC.
Okay, well the police shows. That's how I know him.
It's only got.
And by the way, you also got Oh, really? Well, I want to point out he played one of the police commissioners, or the police, not the police commissioner. He was in Gotham for a little while.
Oh, he was. Huh.
Yeah, he was in Gotham for a short time.
Yes, I know Michael Chiklis.
So that's pretty cool.
That's how you pronounce his name, right? If I'm saying it right.
Yeah, Michael Chiklis.
Oh, he is. He played
I'm gonna go with
Captain Daniel Barnes, the Executioner.
Yeah, he was the police captain. That's what he was. Yeah, he was the police captain. Yeah, I remember when he showed up. I was like, wow. Yeah. The Thing is in Gotham.
Yeah, and I know this character. And I was going to tell you when I was watching the Fantastic Four, right? And I told Heather that, like, hey, we always talk about, like, some of these, like, and from your point, like, hey, a lot of the females are not cast appropriately to what you and I think of the standard, right? Like, hey, MJ is really hot. Jean Grey is really hot. Rhoda is really hot, right? And I thought Jessica Alba was so hot, to me, like a Sue Storm. I thought that was
she's okay. Oh well, I was a fan of hers, but the problem is, here's the problem I got with it, and I'll point it out. It wasn't that noticeable to me in this movie.
Okay.
But I'll point it out in the second movie. It's just, well, I should wait for the second to point out what I got.
Let's do it.
Because it had Jessica Alba, and I was happy about that. But Jessica Alba's reason I went and saw this movie, kind of in a way.
Actually,
my friend's like, "You want to go see Fantastic Four?" He's like, I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Exactly." Jessica Alba, and I was like, "Well, I'm most definitely going to go see it."
I mean,
let me put it this way: I wouldn't watch Idle Hands at the theater just because Jessica Alba.
You know what? Ooh. I never seen
Yeah.
Idle Hands. I never seen Never Been Kissed. I'm gonna look at her. I never seen Honey. I saw Sin City, but not because of Jessica Alba, because of the
Hey,
comic
I
book.
saw Hunt.
Like
I saw
we
Honey
saw
too, but
Sin
that was because of
City.
Jessica Alba.
Oh, you know what? I think Cody saw Honey also,
Into the
but I
Blue.
did
I
not.
saw Into the Blue.
I never saw Into the Blue. It also has Paul Walker in it. So
It's funny me and Cody watching it together.
you know what? We saw Sin City together, right? Didn't we?
No, no. I think you loaned it to me later on.
Oh, okay. So I did see.
Because I don't think I was hanging with. Yeah, I didn't really know. I don't think I knew
She
you when
wasn't
Sin
knocked
City
up.
come out.
Oh, I saw her in Good Luck Chuck because that was dang
Oh,
good
really?
though. I know you, me, and Cody saw
Oh
the
yeah,
Eye
I saw
together.
that. Hey, I saw that at the theater. Yeah, we saw that
Yeah, we saw
together.
that theater. And Awake.
Man, we were about to.
Awake because Cody told me about that movie, so I
I
watched it with him.
never saw that.
Oh my gosh, it looked like there's one.
Okay.
Oh, Machete. She was in Little Fockers. There's a movie that's really good, right? That you should watch. It's her and who's the other Affleck? Not Ben. Casey. Casey
Oh yeah.
Affleck. Oh yeah.
Well, I said Into the Blue. You just see Into the Blue, right?
To this day, I still have not seen Into the Blue.
Come on, it's got Paul Walker in it.
Yeah, and
dude.
I think you and Cody actually told me it's pretty good. Isn't it?
It's actually pretty good. It turns out it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, you go to see Jessica Alba and you turn out getting a good.
It's called The Killer Inside Me. The Killer Inside Me.
Never heard of it.
Because you talked about how Chris Evans, he has a wide range, right? Until you see The Killer Inside Me,
yeah.
Then you realize like, oh my god, this is something that I never seen Jessica Alba play before. Like it's a completely different character, like how I said about Cameron Diaz in Any Given Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the problem is you got to take the roles you're given or the roles they'll pick you for,
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes,
too.
like if you get cast, sometimes you get typecast because I'm sure she was typecast for the longest time. Oh, it's just the pretty girl.
Yep, just a pretty girl.
Which is funny because she plays Sue Richards here, the Invisible Woman. So.
Yeah.
But I think they were in a hurry to make the story. The story is like they probably had a good script and a big long script, and they probably cut chunks out of that.
I'm trying to
look. We see the Thing. He has because the Thing has a girlfriend at the first of the movie.
Yes.
He turns into a monster, and she leaves him. Then he ends up with another girlfriend.
Yes.
He ended up with another girlfriend really quick.
He sure did.
Just kind of come out of the nowhere. Could you think that's just how did they meet? Because she just pops out of nowhere.
He was depressed and in a bar.
Well, it's like there's probably a scene and they cut it out.
Oh, you think there's a longer scene with that? That makes sense,
It must be because at the end of the movie she's with him and I'm like, where did she come from?
Well, you don't remember how they met at all?
I probably fell asleep.
Oh man,
no,
you watched this movie for
I must have fell asleep when I was watching
assignment
it.
and you fell asleep.
I probably fell asleep. I fall asleep during a lot of movies.
No, he went to the bar and it's just a short scene. But you know what?
Let's get back to
really
quick.
So how did you like the beginning of, showing them how to get their powers? I guess in the movies back in this time,
it was always
okay. It was okay, right? Like because I didn't know how the comic book was.
They went to
this.
Yeah. Well, in the comic book, I know what happened. The comic book, they got on a spaceship, flew up space, got hit by a cosmic deal, and got the powers on a spaceship.
So same thing like this one. They were in a spaceship.
Because, well, they went to a space station now. They went to Dr. Doom's space station.
Was Doom there when in the comic book? Do you know?
And the original series, no, I don't think he wasn't on. He didn't get special powers the same way that Fantastic Four did.
Oh,
Dr. Doom has like a suit, and he does magic. He's pretty much next door neighbors to Wanda Maximoff and Quicksilver. He lives in a country near theirs.
Oh.
But yeah, Dr. Doom does. Dr. Doom's pretty cool. The best thing I got for Dr. Doom, remember they used to have a Marvel superheroes role-playing game by the same people who made Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh, yes.
A long time ago.
Marvel Alliance.
Yeah. No, it was just. I don't think it was called Marvel Alliance.
Wait,
it's just a role playing game.
It was a role playing game. Oh, I'm thinking about the 4-player one.
Yeah, it's made. Yeah, no, I think it's made. Yeah, I think it's made by the same company at the time that was making Dungeons and Dragons. Anyhow, they had a little extra set. So they had a Doctor Doom set. It came with a little map of his castle, and then it had a whole bunch of books on all of his history, magic spells, his suits. It was the greatest thing I ever bought for Doctor Doom.
Do you still have it?
Man, I should have. Yeah, I got it somewhere. I don't know where I stored it.
Okay, yeah.
Because I also got one Executioner or something for the X-Men too. But
really?
yeah, I never played the game because I never had anybody knew how to play role-playing games. So I bought the game though because I thought, well, I like Marvel, so I'm like, I got to get this stuff.
I want to say that I might be a nerd, right? But I never play one of those role-playing games, like with the board and the dice and things like that.
Yeah. This one came with dice and it came with little figures. It came over 100 different Marvel characters, several source books, and then there was add-on source books, which, like I said, there was a Doctor Doom one, and I had to get the Doctor Doom one.
What makes you like Doctor Doom so
yeah,
much? Let me ask you without reading Fantastic Four. Like, what was so appealing to you? Because I gotta know.
Oh, I guess because he wants to take over the world. And he's got this armored suit, which I guess that's why I like Iron Man too. He has his armored suit.
Oh, so anything metal? That's your thing.
He looks cool. He looks cool to me.
You know what?
Got the green cape and the hood.
I'm not even sure if I have a favorite villain.
Tries to take over the world.
Like you have like Doctor Doom, right?
Yeah,
Do you have another villain that you like?
Somebody
like Darth Vader, but I'm talking about just in the Marvel. Like, what would be
in the Marvel universe? Doctor Doom's my favorite, really.
I didn't mind with just
Venom. The other villains, compared to.
Huh.
Yeah, Doctor Doom. Yeah, Doctor Doom compared to everybody else. I mean, I saw all the other villains. I don't really like any I like the Spider-Man villains. I think they're neat, but no, Doctor Doom's the best. I mean, I can't think of anybody in the Marvel universe, because even in the X-Men, fighting the X-Men, I mean, Magneto's neat.
Magneto's neat, but like I won't say like Doom. I like him though.
Yeah, I would think even Magneto has to bow down to Doctor Doom, even though Doctor Doom has a metal suit.
Probably Kang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like
well, you mean because you've seen the MCU though?
No. Before the MCU, I'm just thinking about everything I read. Right, what was most appealing to me? As villains. Because I'm thinking like, well, Kang, because like I'll let you.
I don't have any books with.
But like,
yeah, well, I never
Venom
had
because I like.
It's
kind of like, I say Venom because it's like kind of like what the arch enemy, right? The arch nemesis for Spider-Man. He's like, Venom is Spider-Man's
he's like the anti-Spider-Man.
Yeah, like he. But then like villains, like I never give him. Yeah,
he's the anti-Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's very anti-Spider-Man, and I can't think of. Oh, I do like Bullseye from Daredevil.
Bullseye is good. Bullseye was pretty good because he could throw anything and hit his target. Yeah, yes. Bullseye was pretty good. I like Bullseye, but I mean, still Doctor Doom's my favorite because I can't think of anybody else that pops out to mind.
Yeah, because
I mean, I remember I read the whole Shadow King series.
I'm gonna have to go to my
Doctor Doom just seems to be a more interesting character. Just to flip
through the pages.
That's the thing. He wasn't too evil too. Sometimes he wasn't even all evil. Sometimes he just wanted something.
Well, I can see it in this movie.
Something, and if the superheroes could help him get what he needed, he went on. Yeah, he went on.
Ooh,
I mean, his things change all the time.
That's an interesting point.
And he's a smart guy. He's almost a genius. He went to school with Reed Richards.
Yeah. No, I'm so glad you pointed that out.
Doctor Doom is the evil Iron Man.
Because he is the evil Iron Man. You pointed that out, like he just does get what he wants, right? So I remember in Civil War, he's on the side of Iron Man.
Yeah.
Because it helps him to his cause.
Yeah, his advantage, his cause.
Yeah, because a lot of villains go on the side of Iron Man.
But we say that, but we can also call him he's kind of a darker Black Panther too.
A darker Black Panther.
I'll explain it because Black Panther is the king. Yeah, well, because you gotta think Black Panther is the king of his people in Wakanda, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he wears a suit as a hero,
and
he has a bunch of people he's got to protect in his country. Well, Doctor Doom is the ruler of his country. He's a king in a way, a Lateria.
Yeah.
And he puts a suit on and he protects his people too.
Interesting you said that because I didn't get that from this movie. He
also wants to take over the world.
He's the king of whatever you just said.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they even mention it because they ship him back to his country.
So you're saying that
in this first movie.
Doctor Doom is the evil Iron Man or slash White Panther? It's the opposite of Black Panther.
Yeah, well, I'd say Black Panther because there is a white Panther.
There's a White Panther,
so
I know, but I just thought it was like
there is a White Panther. So,
but yeah, he is like
nah,
evil
but he's a ruler.
Iron Man. So you're saying Doctor Doom didn't have superpowers like in the movie, right?
Not originally, but he does mess with magic.
Magic.
His suit has magic in it.
Suit has magic.
Yeah, when you say magic, we're saying it's his using the level of magic. He's using Doctor Strange level magic in his suit.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about like illusionist.
Plus, he has upgrades in his suit. I mean, he's let's say this. Let's put it this way. It's basically let's take Iron Man, how smart Iron Man is, but let's make Iron Man go into college and his roommate or one of his rivals in college, like MIT. He went to a different school, but in this movie, he went to MIT. Is Reed Richards, the most smartest person in the world.
Yeah.
So he's he's like right there with Reed Richards, which makes him almost like with Tony Stark.
So
builds him a super suit, and he doesn't just use technology in his suit. Yeah, he puts magic into his suit too.
So there's two questions coming from like a Doom fan like you and probably other Fantastic Four fans. From what I'm hearing, in this movie, they didn't do it accurately for Doctor Doom then. Because I'm thinking it might take too much to explain the magic part that you explained. Like, in Doctor Doom, it would be easy.
Oh, yeah. They didn't ever get that one.
Right?
Well, this is before Marvel was any Marvel. Yeah, but a lot of Marvel stories don't want to do the magic thing because if you're doing all technology, you didn't know how the fans are going to react to it. Oh, we got magic too. People were like, magic's not real.
No, that's why I said like
the only way magic will work for Doctor Doom. Yeah, because see, you would have to have almost a Doctor Strange story in order to even make the magic work.
Yeah, for the Doctor. So they just probably
think about it. When we watch Iron Man, yeah, it's like when Iron Man came out. We if they would have put magic in it, we would have thought, well, this is not cool. Yeah, but as the MCU got bigger and bigger, we were exposed to more things.
Yes.
Yeah, because they didn't have aliens yet in the Marvel universe. They've slowly introduced everything that's in the comic book to us, and everybody's gobbling it up so far.
True.
Yes. We're fine with magic now. We're fine with aliens now. Other worlds. I mean, everything's cool now. But we start off with Iron Man, which was down to earth, regular deal, and it had technology that we really can't build, but we think we can. We're like, oh yeah, he easily built it. Anybody could build an Iron Man suit.
So I'm just saying that.
I mean, he made it look reality, and then it slowly introduced us to more ideas.
Well, I'm just saying that because it just seems like a shortcut way for this movie, which we're like, hey, so Doctor Doom is on their level, right? You can't just have a regular human suddenly made a suit. It's going to make it an even longer movie. It's only like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, because in this movie, yeah, exactly. In this one, he got his magic was he got advanced powers and stuff.
Yeah, he goes like a control electricity thing. He's like Electro in a metal suit. And it also
but basically he does have a company,
like the Thing.
Yeah,
it almost
he has a company, and he does in this movie.
It almost feel like very Norman Osborn, doesn't it? On
in a way,
Doctor Doom's thing. It's like they
Spider-Man.
kick him off the board. Yeah, Spider-Man.
Doctor Doom's thing. But anyway, he has his own. Yeah, it was kind of like that. It was like the Norman Osborn. And they introduced him as a corporate person instead of showing him as a prince or a king of another country.
Yeah.
Even though he is a king. In this movie, he is the king of another country.
Oh. So, how did you like the suit that Thing wore? It feels like very Ninja Turtle, didn't it? Like, this was something that the Ninja Turtle put on. Like,
it took me a while. Okay, at first,
did you like
it? I guess after a while, I got used to it. It was okay. But at first, I didn't like it.
Was it because it's kind of small?
First, I didn't like it. I don't know why I didn't like it. It
just looked kind of bigger character, right? Didn't you think the Thing should be a bigger character like the Hulk?
Should be pretty big.
Yeah, but it's kind of small.
Yeah, I don't know. In the comic book, he is big like the Hulk, but he's not as big as the Hulk in the comic book. He's not
big as the Hulk, but he's bigger than like a regular size.
I think I was actually. Let me put it this way: I didn't have a problem with his size. I had a problem with how he looked.
Well,
it didn't look quite like the Thing yet, but I mean, they had it. It just took a while for me to get used to it.
Oh, you know what? Maybe he's just 6 feet tall. But in modern, in
All the other
modern,
characters are kind
yeah.
of tall
Like
too.
I guess in the comic books when you and I read, right, he's just 6 feet tall. But I guess in the modern era, I guess maybe 2000 and on, he's
Yeah.
7 feet. So he's not as big. Benjamin Grimm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He probably just depict that he's much taller.
Yeah,
Maybe the
Benjamin.
camera's on him all the time. Because I guess this is also the first superhero where we know the identity of the superheroes. Before this time, Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Blade, Captain
And I don't.
America, whoever, Batman. This is the
Yeah.
first superhero movie that we
Well, I
saw.
think even in the comic books,
Oh, in the comic books, yeah, but I'm talking about like just
well, even in the
movie-wise.
comic books, people know. Everybody knew who the. Everybody knew who the Fantastic Four were. Mr. Fantastic was Reed Richards. Everybody knew who they were. They didn't have secret identities. They were
No,
public people. They were celebrities.
the Baxter
They were
Building.
celebrity superheroes. They were. Yeah,
Oh,
everybody. See, that's the thing. And this one is trying to, but I think they're trying to establish them as, oh, everybody knows who we are now too fast. But in the comic books, everybody knew who Reed Richards was. They knew he was Mr. Fantastic.
oh,
They didn't have, I mean, it's kind of obvious. They didn't hide like the rest of the Marvel universe.
no, because like you and I said before,
Yeah,
like
so
Tony Stark didn't even give up his true identity until Civil War. Because no one knew Tony Stark was
yeah,
Iron Man.
yeah. Nobody knew who he was. They always thought he was a bodyguard. Yeah, because I mean, Rhodey could be Iron Man and show up at events for Tony Stark. Anybody could have done it.
That's right, because it's just a man in a suit.
So
But
yeah,
like,
it's just. But these guys, these guys, yeah, the Fantastic Four lived as a family, and they always stayed in the Baxterville, and everybody knew who they were, and they were public, so they were celebrities. They were like, oh, come take our pictures and stuff.
you know what? Like I never noticed it even when I watched the movie.
So
And I just said it about like they're the one that didn't have to hide their face from anything. Yeah, they didn't have to.
yeah, they didn't. Well, like I said, everybody knew who they were, and they knew how they got their powers. They had an accident in space,
Yeah,
so they were already well known.
man. When you say
So yeah,
psychochromatic, do you mean he can
and
start a
plus,
fire with his mind?
a lot of super. Yeah, that's the thing. But you got to think, a lot of superheroes though,
Yeah,
they don't want their family. We watch that.
yeah,
Oh, Spider-Man doesn't want somebody to hurt his family. Well, I'm like, their whole family lives in the building together, so they all got superpowers. So why do they gotta hide?
yeah. But that's
You
right.
know,
You know what?
they
They
don't
never
gotta
talk
hide
about
because
like
Doctor.
Reed Richards doesn't have
If
like
Doctor Doom wants to
parents.
come hurt,
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Reed Richards doesn't have like
not that I know
parents or
of.
like siblings. He's just by himself. And
Well,
then the Storms, they have
I
each
guess
other.
we should just go ahead and say it this way. Have you ever noticed that none of the superheroes ever have parents?
Ooh,
Batman didn't have his parents; they died.
Superman has
Spider-Man, his
foster
parents
parents.
died.
Has an uncle.
Yeah, he does got parents, but
Captain America. Pff,
let me put it this way: if he wears glasses, if he just takes his glasses off and they can't tell who he is, then they most definitely not going to find his parents. That means those villains are stupid.
oh,
I
maybe I
mean,
should just change the
Lex
titles.
Luthor is supposed to be so smart.
Yeah, but he can't figure it out.
Villains are so stupid they can't tell.
Superheroes don't have
They can't figure
parents.
it out.
There's gotta be. You know what? Superheroes don't have parents. Like, who else? Black Panther had. Well, no, his parents are
No,
dead.
there is superheroes.
The mom.
But, I mean, his
Black
parents got
Panther's
killed.
Mom.
Tony Stark's parents got killed.
Bucky's parents. So Bucky and Captain America doesn't count. Who else do we have here? The Hulk. The Hulk.
Yeah,
don't
they didn't
any
have parents
Thor has parents.
that we know of.
No,
Oh
I mean,
yeah, well his
yeah.
dad's like a king in Odin. Okay, so but he's not really
So
he
we could
became
say
a superhero, but he was kind of
majority
already
of the
up there.
superheroes don't have parents. We could say that. Majority of the
Yeah, that's what we think. I mean, well, that's what it seems that.
That's what it
that
seems
way.
like right now. That's what we can see so far. So okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I could roll with that.
Yeah.
A lot of them
I
don't
mean,
have parents.
Because a lot of the superheroes, you're gonna have a hard time meeting their parents. Just good luck. Because I mean, even Wonder Woman, you want to meet her mom? You will have to travel a long ways, and then they'll probably make you
Okay.
forget
So
about it.
so that's good then. I guess you can establish the fact that like if they live in a Baxter building, that's good. So is the Baxter building like does anyone else live
Yeah,
in this building that you know of?
I don't know. Good question. They have a doorman, so I'm like, but I'm thinking Reed Richards with all his patents and all the inventions he's made up, probably
Yeah.
owns the entire building.
Oh, just in case,
As
right?
far as I know, even in the comic books, yeah, because remember the Baxter building in the comic books, it has a big old giant four on the top,
Yeah. So that's basically his building.
which
You
is
know what?
which is to me is which is to me is awesome.
I did have questions for you, but you never like you didn't read much Fantastic Four because I was gonna ask, was Reed Richards like poor before I guess after this movie? Like during this movie, he's poor because he's
Couldn't
getting all
be.
these final noses.
Oh well, he's not. No, he's rich. Well, he has money because he has patents and stuff. They just kind of made it. They just made the story where he went bankrupt for a little bit, so he'll go to Doctor Doom to get the money.
Oh,
But
just for
no,
the
he always
story
has
arc. Okay.
patents, so he has money.
Oh, okay.
You got to think, yeah, he's this world famous inventor, and he just constantly sells stuff. Has military contracts. He's like the
Yeah,
Stark.
man.
He's like the Starks. So he's got all that money for building stuff.
It just sucks
So
that in
yeah,
the
no, he's not poor. Plus, he went to a nice college.
yeah he went to a nice college, but that is it's a very low acceptance
Yeah,
rate,
so
right?
no, he's
Because you
not
gotta
poor.
make that count.
I mean, let's put it this way: compared to Victor Von Doom, yeah, he was poor. Victor Von Doom got all the money he wanted because he could loot all his people in his own country.
Victor Von Doom. See, who's Kerry Washington?
And of course, you got you don't know who Kerry Washington is?
Before this
She's in
movie, I do not.
Django.
Django. Oh,
No, she's in
she's
Django.
in Django. That yeah.
You know,
I mean,
with
before Django, like
Jamie
right before
Foxx.
this time, like right before Fantastic Four. I don't know her much from anything. She's very pretty though. Let's see, Save the Last
Yeah, I can't remember. She's
Dance,
in some other stuff, but I mean,
Human Stain, Bad
but
Company.
she popped up in Django. Kerry Washington. She married a football player,
Oh, she
so
is.
you'd think you'd know who she was.
Well, it
Mister
depends on
I
which
love foot.
football
Mister
player.
I love football.
Depends on which
Oh, who
football player.
knows? None of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, see, that's why.
Okay, none of the Dallas
Like,
Cowboys.
so she's not
That's
that
why
fantastic to
exactly.
me. Oh, NFL player, I
Kerry
see it.
Washington. What was she else? She got in something else too. She was in some other stuff, but
Oh,
not
okay.
very much that I can remember. I
See.
almost didn't know that was Kerry Washington at first.
Oh, really?
When she came out in Fantastic
Ooh,
Four,
she was in
it
Ray.
was like everybody else. We didn't know who she was.
I seen Ray, but I only saw Ray
Oh
like
yeah,
once or twice.
did you?
Yeah, it's a
Apparently,
great movie. She was in Mr.
I'm
and
glad
Mrs.
because you
Smith,
didn't know who she
which is another
was.
movie I only saw once. Oh,
I
I never
saw it
seen Little
like
Man.
3 times, but I sure don't remember her.
Which movie? Ray or Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, okay. I only saw it one time.
Probably saw it a couple of times.
Oh, yeah, she was
Yeah,
in
right
Django
at the theater
Unchained.
with me. Yeah,
Oh, that's
Django
right. I do
Unchained.
remember seeing that in the theater. Oh, I
Yeah,
almost forgot it.
yeah.
You know what? It's really funny. I was looking at Jessica Alba's like filmography, right? I'm trying to see if she's in Deadpool 3. But you know what? A
Well,
lot of
I don't think
people are
they'll tell
not.
us yet.
They probably won't show that
Yeah, that's
until release anyway. Uh,
yeah. Well, they may not come back and do it. But
yeah.
again, it depends on how much they like this movie too. They go, oh, you can kill off your character. We're gonna kill your character. Oh yeah, I would love to get that.
Just to get
Get
that
my
off my
character killed
conscience.
off.
I want to get Han Soloed.
Yeah, just get that off. Yeah, the only person. Yeah, the only person you can't kill off is probably what Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Let's see. Hold on. Since this was made by Fox, right? I'm surprised that they didn't get the, well, X-Men and Fantastic Four, just like a little cameo. You know?
Never had a chance, I guess.
No.
Well, I bet you after they didn't make enough money on one of them, they thought, you
Whoa,
know
whoa,
what, we
whoa!
better not.
I'm reading something here. See, obviously Stan Lee
Okay,
makes
well,
a
it looks like you are
cameo.
reading.
He's Willie Lumpkin, the
We saw
postal
that.
worker who greets the team on their way to the Baxter Building elevator. Hugh Jackman revises his roles as Logan / Wolverine, James Howard, from the X-Men series in a scene in which Reed Richards changes his face to re-ensembles Jackman's portrayal of Wolverine in an attempt to woo Susan Storm. The scene was deleted from the theatrical cut of Fantastic Four and was restored in the extended cut of the film. So in the extended cut, Hugh Jackman is in this
neither
movie.
one of us. So neither one of us. So neither one of us has seen the extended cut.
No, because we watched this from Disney Plus. So I'm pretty sure that clip is probably on YouTube somewhere. And I'm gonna watch this after we've done this show, so I can see this thing. That would be very cool.
Well, it's funny. It makes me want to look for my copy of Fantastic Four now because I don't know which version I have.
You don't have the you talking about the DVD?
DVD.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I don't think I have. Well, I don't have the I used to have all the Marvel movies on DVD, but then, my wife made me sell all of them. Sell everything. Did you? Well, she made me sell like the stuff to space. But that's interesting. I never knew that.
Well, that's good. You need space.
Yeah, I need space.
Yeah, well, we know Captain America's in it, so.
Captain America. So I don't know if you knew. Hold on, let me take a cough real quick. But in the I think in the Lego Marvel superheroes game, there's achievements, right? If you use the Human Torch and Captain America at the same time as two characters, there's an achievement called hey,
yes, I remember.
You look familiar.
Yes, I got all the achievements on that. The Legos Marvel game.
I thought it was so cool,
which
and they just did
to me is still the best Marvel game I've ever played on.
The Marvel superheroes? Games. Yeah, because my son's playing.
Yeah, because you can fly around the city.
Yeah, that's Iron Man.
You can fly all the way to Helicarrier if you wanted to.
Yes, that's a Helicarrier.
Actually, you can use a lot of different superheroes that can fly to the Helicarrier.
Oh, so the extended cut. What did I say? It was extended cut, right? From the.
You said extended cut. Okay. Yeah, you said extended cut.
So I gotta find that DVD then. Oh, I could just use the powers of YouTube. You gotta find it. Fantastic Four.
I would use the powers of YouTube.
I wouldn't mind if I see this again. It would be funny to see Chris Evans plays Johnny Storm again if he's in Deadpool 3. If Deadpool is able to kill the Fox Cinematic Universe. Fox Marvel.
He probably would. Universe. That would be a joke right there.
Dude, probably this is a huge joke because a lot of people already confirmed that they're returning for Deadpool 3. Like James Marsden is playing Cyclops. Harry Berry is playing Storm. There's a rumor that Wanda is going to have
I didn't know all those characters were showing up.
There's a rumor going around now. Wanda versus Jean Grey. It's a huge battle between Wanda versus Jean Grey in the Deadpool 3.
I bet you that's just a story. I'd love to see that though.
I do love to see that too. That would be cool because now people are thinking the villain in this movie could be Wanda also. Elektra is in Deadpool 3. Yeah, Ben Affleck is in Deadpool 3.
Yeah, we know. Elektra and Daredevil's going to show.
I feel like the hype on this movie is like same thing as No Way Home.
Maybe he could do me a favor. You know what would be the greatest thing is if Darth Lundgren shows up as the Punisher.
but that's not Fox.
And Daredevil kills him.
I don't think that's Fox though.
It doesn't matter.
But that would be really funny. The Punisher.
It's not Fox. It's not.
Wouldn't it be funny if it's Fox? No, Artisan. Whatever that company is now.
Artisan it's something from way back.
Oh, that's funny.
They're probably nothing now.
If Thomas Jane's Punisher, is that Fox?
Is that Fox? I don't think that's Fox.
Is it Sony?
Wasn't that, maybe it is Fox. I thought it was Universal.
It's not Sony. Ooh, if Universal, that would be different. Okay.
I thought. Yeah. What was Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider is Fox. It's Sony. No, is this Sony? No, it's on this. Oh, I have no idea.
Is it Sony?
I'm gonna look up Ghost Rider real quick. Film.
You can't see Ghost Rider on Disney.
No, you can't because I just recently bought it and I saw it on Disney. I tried to type Ghost Rider and I typed Ghostbusters instead.
Well, that's an honest mistake.
Yeah, it is. Ghost Rider is by Columbia Pictures. So it is Sony. Oh, you know what? But they stopped making Ghost Rider stuff, so the IP went back to Disney.
Oh, Okay.
Because they just
Why
probably
did they
focusing all
settle
their
on
stuff on
just keep
Spider-Man.
making? Yeah, on Spider-Man. Why did they just focus on that? Because that's the only one that made them any money.
Yeah, that's true. That's the only one that made them any money. And that's why, like,
Yeah, they're like Ghost Rider.
let's not wasting our energy on Ghost Rider. Like, the most popular one is Spider-Man. And too bad they couldn't
Yeah,
put Spider-Man in
which is sad
Fantastic
because I
Four.
don't exactly because that's where he appears.
But,
He
we
shows
all
up in
understood
a
then.
Fantastic Four comic book.
I mean, we're at the age when this movie came out, we understand IPs and, like, oh, you can't show this because someone else had the right to it. They don't care what
Yeah,
you
well,
want,
here's a
you know?
funny because we didn't point this out because the executive producer on this movie is Kevin Feige.
Executive producer?
Yeah, you
Real.
didn't say it's Kevin Feige.
Oh, you know what? I
Yeah,
did say like Kevin Feige was involved in a lot of stuff. Like he did something in the first Spider-Man and like the
he's
X-Men's.
executive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in. His name appears on all the Marvel movies. So the
Yes.
way I see it, he kept failing and failing and failing until he knew how to get it right.
Or maybe it wasn't his time. He wasn't the guy in the chair. At that time.
Well, his name is it says executive
Yeah,
producer.
but executive producer for a
So
film is different than an
his name's
actual
right there next
producer.
to. I know, but but let me put it this way: his name's right next to Stan Lee's on every one of these.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, executive producer. We did Spider-Man 2. He was also executive producer on Spider-Man 2. He's associate producer for
Yeah,
Spider-Man and
well,
X-Men.
he's this in his.
Wow, ever since 2000, when X-Men
Yeah,
came out,
well, that's the early
Kevin
days.
Feige, he's also the Daredevil, Hulk, the Punisher. Well, he did the Punisher, so that's the
Yeah.
Thomas Jane one. Oh, let me see which distribution company is that. Lionsgate. What is Lionsgate now?
Oh, Lionsgate could be whoever they want to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if Lionsgate.
Oh,
I
he's
think
in
Lionsgate stands alone still, maybe
a Punisher Warzone. Yeah, he's
unless they
been in
got
Marvel
the
stuff since
MGM.
he just wasn't attached
Yeah,
to
so
any
he's
of the
just been
Blade
going. Hey, you
movies.
making a Marvel movie?
Yeah. Just his
Well,
X-Men and
good,
Spider-Man.
because
Just no Blade, okay? He wasn't part of that.
all right, well, all right, yeah. So you don't have to
Whoa.
take any blame for that.
Captain America and the Marvels is in
But
post-production now. Interesting. That means they already finished shooting.
cool.
Huh.
There's already a trailer for the Marvels.
The Marvels, yes, I saw. It looks interesting, but
Okay.
they're filming Daredevil right now. Agatha is also in post-production. Ironheart is in post-production. Echo's in post-production. Nice. I'm just so excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to point out this movie that we just talked about is in post production, way beyond post production.
Yeah, this is produced.
Yeah, produced.
Fantastic Four. Let's see. So we had to talk about this on this closing. Did you ever seen the B movie? Is it B movie? This is so. This Fantastic Four movie is actually the
Wow, I
second
don't even know
one.
if you can call that a B movie. No,
they call it a B movie.
yeah, I never saw it.
The previous attempt was made in
It can't be a.
1995.
I mean, I think it's B. I think it's a beyond. It's like an F movie. Yeah, because they just made it to keep the IP.
I don't think the letter B is for grade. The F movie. It's still an F movie because it's fantastic. It was unreleased in 1994.
Yeah,
Wow.
not the letter. Not they never released it. You can only see it on like
On
when people
YouTube.
bootlegged it and stuff.
You can watch it on YouTube.
And I'm not even interested. I'm not interested in seeing it whatsoever.
I am not either. I don't know why. But how funny would it be? Like the story was maybe actually better than this one, or maybe the one with shoot. The only person I can think of the newest Fantastic Four is Michael B. Jordan. I don't know any. I can't remember any of the other actors in the newer Fantastic Four, which came out in 2015. I want to say
Kate Marla. Yeah, it's Kate Marla is in it too, or whatever her name is. She was an Iron Man.
Kate Marla.
Oh yeah, Miles Teller's in it too.
Miles Teller plays Mr. Fantastic.
Now You See Me.
Yes.
Thanks.
Huh.
Yeah, that is a stretch.
And I don't know who. Well, you know what? I'm looking at the poster for the one from 2015. The Thing is actually a bigger character in the new that I guess the most recent
Okay, well, good.
Fantastic Four.
That should make you happy.
They should have these people come back so Deadpool can kill
So,
this one, not the 2005 or 2015.
well, we never even see. I never seen those. I haven't even seen that.
I
Fantastic
have.
Four yet.
I have seen this, and I only seen it
Well,
one
one of
time.
them. Well, let me put it this way.
Yeah.
One of those characters has already been killed by another MCU character. So
it's the dude that I like, Michael B. Jordan. I do like him. I wish he was.
yeah,
I wish he didn't play
Killmonger.
a villain.
Killmonger.
I wish he didn't play a villain. I wish he would play. I don't know, not Black Panther because I really like Boston Chadwick.
Yeah, but he was pretty. But I actually liked him. I loved him.
I
as a
loved him when he
villain
played
in Black
Killmonger. He was
Panther, though. I thought
really
he was
good.
awesome.
He's always awesome.
Yeah, he
Come on.
was awesome.
He's Apollo Creed's son.
Dude,
I
that
love
guy
that
was- I
even
was like,
more.
dude.
It's like, what do I say? It's like Christian Bale playing John Connor in Batman. Michael B. Jordan gets you play Apollo Creed's son. That's so great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, then
I
you know
love
what
Michael B.
would have been even better?
What?
Yeah, would have been better if if Stallone's son would have been Batman.
No, because he has all daughters, right? Like Stallone. I think he has all girls.
When you write a movie, you could be anything you want.
Well, I guess.
It could be a long lost son you didn't know he
okay.
had.
I
Kristen
see what
Bell,
you
yeah,
mean.
Kristen Bell shows up in a new Rocky movie. He fights Michael B. Jordan, and everybody's happy.
Have you seen Sylvester Stallone's daughters?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
Who has
Okay.
it? I haven't seen him in person, but
I haven't seen him in person too.
I've seen a picture. He's got a very beautiful family.
Yes, he does. Because they're on I think are they on Paramount Plus or HBO or Max?
Oh, I don't watch that junk.
Heather does.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, I
I'm not
wanted
that-
you to because like I saw
I'm not
Stallone
that
in the
interested.
interview because they were asking him about like I heard that you have your show and he's like yeah who wouldn't want a camera crew following them around 24/7 hey what are you doing there I'm just brushing my teeth. Does this gotta go on film? Because he didn't want to do it right but his daughters did so of course he didn't say no to his daughters right like yeah why don't we just do this.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead?
I mean, it's so funny, right? I talked about how a beautiful family. Like, I want to watch this because of Sylvester Stallone.
Well, yeah, that's actually probably sadly that I'd rather watch it for
Yeah, because Stallone, not his daughters, but like, yeah.
I'm like, well, yeah, what did his daughter
And you know
do?
what? Stallone's in the MCU.
Yes, he is. He's a ravisher.
Yes, and I can't wait. Like, maybe Arnold will be in the MCU, and then Harrison Ford is going to be in the MCU.
Yes,
Playing
everybody's
the
going to be an
replacement
MC.
character.
But
which
hey,
is
it's
good.
still okay. It's still okay. I'm cool with it.
So like, let's just say, like, without all the rumors, right? Who do you want to play the MCU Fantastic Four, in your opinion? Like, who do you want to play as Reed Richards that you've seen? The Thing, Sue Storm, Human Torch.
Oh, that's a hard question. Do you have anybody in mind? Because I don't have anybody in mind.
I don't.
I would
Actually, you know
like some
what?
younger characters.
I do want some younger character. I think
Well, I don't know if I would have a problem with it, because what if it turned out whatever actor they had played went to school with Tony Stark or something, or got a scholarship for Tony Stark?
So hold on. Tell me, Reed Richards went to what school in a comic book?
I don't know.
But in this
movie,
MIT,
they say MIT, yeah,
Okay.
but in the comic book, I'm pretty sure it's not MIT.
Okay.
Probably at Columbia or something.
But like the only person I can think of for Human Torch is who is it? Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller?
Yeah, the kid who played the Thing. I mean, not the Thing, the Flash.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For the Human Torch?
Yeah, the Human Torch. I'm looking for a younger kid who could be flashy if he wants, because in the Flash, right, he's a super nerd. So I want kind of like Chris Evans with Captain America and the Human Torch. I know he can do it to play the other side of that. but Disney
No,
probably
well,
wouldn't
yeah, I
cast
can't
him
see that.
because
No,
his
he won't cast him.
lifestyle. But I would like to see him as that. Now for Sue Storm, right? Because I'm an older guy now, so I don't know who is in their 20s that can play this role. A lot of people's favorite is Margot Robbie.
Well, I was gonna say that too,
I'm
but
not
I
a
don't
big
really
Margot
want to.
Robbie fan.
I'm not a big Margot Robbie
Like
fan
my
either.
girl is Sandra Bullock. It always
Okay.
will be. And then
Well,
there's Zoe
well, maybe
Saldana.
you'll get lucky. Sandra Bullock might show up in the MCU
Yeah,
somewhere.
and Zoe Saldana, but like I don't know enough of the younger actresses of this generation to pull
Yeah.
off Sue Storm. Like
Well,
just myself.
we're already kind of wrong on the Fantastic Four anyway. See, and everybody else is. Everybody wants, oh, let's get John, because they're throwing out all these big names, but the problem is big name actors. Robert Downey Jr. was a well known actor, but he wasn't a
No, not at this
bankable actor.
time when
And Chris Evans, no, wasn't a bankable actor either. None of our characters were big name actors.
No, you're right. None of the people they're trying to cast was big name actors.
And that's the thing is,
the only one was Edward Norton.
You don't want to, and look what happened.
Yep.
Don't get big name actors to play MCU main characters because they won't sign up for all the movies.
That's what they're saying about Margot Robbie now.
Yeah, see, she won't sign up for all the movies. I mean, I've already seen her in DC, so move on.
Yeah, I just want to know your opinion because I don't know too much.
Yeah, I don't. I would have to research that.
Yeah, like Jonathan Majors. He's not a big name to me because I didn't know him.
Yeah, not yet. I mean, because you got to think, because like Chris Evans is a big name now. Yeah. But see, that's the thing. You don't want to pick big name actors, or you won't get a commitment for several movies.
Or like 10 years.
Or they'll cost too much. Marvel can only afford so much because all their movies are filled with so many characters. Usually the villains are usually the big name actors.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm trying to think of these shows I've seen recently, right? Of young
because you don't need a villain. Yeah,
I need a young Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, not saying that Jennifer Lawrence is not young, right? But
okay,
before she played X-Men.
Let me put it this way: if they were in their 30s, I'd pick Jennifer Lawrence. Now you say that.
Isn't Jennifer Lawrence in her 30s?
She is. That's what I'm saying. But if we make the Fantastic Four in their 30s, then she would work.
Oh, okay, yeah, I agree.
And which would actually probably be better. But I don't know. You might want. It depends on where you start, though. Do they already have their powers yet, or are they going to get their powers? If they're gonna get their powers, then they're probably going to start in their 20s.
Oh, interesting.
But it depends on how you want to make it. How you do the space thing too, because you got to remember they got to go to space to get these powers. And it's going to look weird if you have a bunch of high school kids or just recently out of college kids going to space. So they might need to be in their 30s.
Oh, so they need to be established, at least late 20s.
Yeah, late 20s. They need to be in the field. Reed Richards got to already be around. He's got to be there already.
Reed Richards got to be around.
So I mean, they'd have to have characters like that. So I'm going to say Johnny Depp. No, I'm joking. I'm just messing. Now, as a villain, maybe.
Whew, that's interesting. Like I feel like now this, like, for me to ask this question, right, it's hard for us to answer because we don't know too much. Stars. Yeah, like these
and plus,
younger movies.
And I don't want to and we can go ahead and throw like names of established actors out, but I'm like, why would we want them? Because they'll disappear. Like the actor who plays Spider-Man at the moment. Now he's starting to blow up. If they would have found it, if he would have been real established, then we wouldn't have got as many Spider-Man movies as we got.
That is true. Tom Holland is not as blown
Tom Holland.
As Robert Downey Jr.
And he was really almost nobody. He just did a few films, and then because I know big name actors go like, oh, I want those roles, but the problem is big name actors don't want to commit to several movies.
Big name actors are actually picking the smaller roles, or they're the villains. Dude, when I saw Robert Redford in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, what's he doing in here?
Yeah,
because
but the thing is, they don't have to make a commitment.
They don't have to make a commitment. They're also doing this movie because they want their grandchildren to see them in a role that they would see.
Like Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones, and that's exactly what Robert Redford said because he want his grandson to watch him in a movie of something that he would see.
Yeah, because it's like they're not gonna watch the other stuff.
Yeah, like
you're gonna watch. They'd be like, "Hey, son or grandson, you want to watch a Captain America, or do you want to watch what do you call it? What was I was going somewhere with it? Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid." They'd be like,
"That's
what?
That's super huge time gap." I thought you were gonna say that Irish movie between I can't remember the name, with him and Brad Pitt, where they play the IRA people. Spy Game.
Spy Game. I never saw Spy Game.
I never saw Spy Game either. But I know he
Yeah.
was in that with Brad Pitt.
Okay. Well, no, nobody's going. Not even.
Or,
Right. No, they're probably not even going to name
do
that.
you want to watch Captain America or you want to watch Indecent Proposal?
Simple one. Captain America.
So
yeah.
I get that. Like that's why.
Because I mean, you gotta think even the actor who plays Bucky, wasn't established.
No, he wasn't like he
But
was
he-
in
but
Hot
everybody-
Tub Time Machine.
But everybody wants to see him now.
Yeah.
Mackie, who plays Captain America now, he worked his way up too. I mean, he
did.
Yeah, he was just. I mean, see, that's the thing. You can't just go get somebody. And go, oh, we need to get the biggest thing because most of the actors we know they're really big. A lot of them won't commit.
No,
Or they
hard
get-
for them
or
to
they-
commit.
Or they don't want they have money problems with the money they're getting paid.
Yeah.
It's
Because they could
like
be doing something.
it's like Don
else.
Cheadle. It's like Don Cheadle showed up to play, War Machine.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like Don Cheadle.
Because he was big.
established.
Yes, he was established. I was like, oh man, I hope this don't go wrong because I like War Machine.
Actually, you know what? Besides Edward Norton, right? Like when first Iron Man came out, Terrence Howard was the second biggest name of all these people I knew.
Terrence Howard was huge,
and that's why he's trying to get that contract. That I can see why he wants. Like, how is Robert Downey Jr. getting paid more than me when I'm more marketable?
Yeah, he was. That's the thing. He was the bigger star.
Yeah, he was a bigger star.
Yeah, he was the biggest star. That wasn't a villain. So
that makes sense. I mean, even Mickey Rourke would be like he would have been a bigger actor than Robert Downey Jr. And that's
yes,
why
he was. But you got to think. But he was just a villain. Yeah. Same thing with Obadiah Stane.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges.
Heck yeah, Jeff Bridges was pretty big.
The dude is huge.
Dude was big.
I love
but also Gwyneth Paltrow, she had an Academy Award already, but she showed up
too. She was even bigger than Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
and I do like that her commitment to her role in all these movies.
Well, she's just like, to her that's a job. She's like,
yeah, sure.
You want me to do this? I'll do this because there's that people giving her trouble because she couldn't remember what movie she was in.
Oh, it's tough. See, I love that way they did the
she probably did, but she probably really didn't know what movie she was in because they're probably like, hey, we just need you to play Pepper for this scene.
Hey, yep. I love the way that Kevin Feige figured this out. That's how they appear in several movies.
And that's the way she goes. And then she didn't go, oh, I'm going to ask 1,000 questions or I need to see the full script. She goes, no. You're going to pay me this much. I'll show up. I play this scene with these actors.
Just tell me what beforehand, and that's all I need to know. Yep.
Yeah. Just show me what I need to go. Boom.
That's what.
So that's probably the way they should do it.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you do it like that and not per movie, just like, hey, we need you in 54 scenes. That's all your commitment is.
Yeah, because that's all I want to see her is. I want to see her as Pepper Potts. So
I know. Cool. I'm pretty sure. Like when Disney heard of this, like, what? We never done it this way before. I know, and that's why it's going to work.
Yeah,
that's from a movie. I can't remember what it is. That's why it's gonna work. I never seen it this way before. That's why it's gonna work. And then it did. It made all my dreams come true.
It made a lot of people's dreams come true.
Yes, it did.
It's still an amazing feat all the way from Iron Man to Endgame.
It's what.
And it's still going now. It's still going now. I mean, it seems to be losing some steam now, but
see, you know what? We're gonna save that on a different show. But right now, we'll end it here, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.